So the Signature 22 multi-track it's the same great features as our classic Signature series consoles, which have some of our favorite things from over the years that Soundcraft's done. We have the Ghost mic preamp for all our inputs. The Ghost mic preamp is a really lovely sounding preamp from one of our favorite consoles over the years, the Ghost, very popular console with recording guys. Really nice sounding preamp, very a nice sheen on the sound, but quite transparent and very low noise. Really lovely sound right out of the box. And then we have our Sapphire EQ. So Sapphire was a large post-production desk from the early 90s that Soundcraft did, and had a very lovely EQ. It was really musical sounding, but also had some very interesting frequency response. So when you boost on the Sapphire EQ, it's a wide Q. And when you cut on the Sapphire EQ, it's a narrow Q, and that's on the mid bands, and the mid bands are sweepable as well. And then on the shelves, on the low frequency shelf and the high frequency shelf, you also have some nice interesting response. So when you boost on the low frequency shelf, you get the nice low end that you want, but it also cleans up 20, 30 hertz and that stuff that you don't want. So it kind of has like a nice shape to it. And similar on the high frequency as well. So when you boost, you get the stuff you want, you get the nice high end, but you don't get the nasty, harsh stuff at the top. So it's a very musical, very easy EQ to use and get a good sound out of. Then we have this part down in the console is basically a GB series console. So the Soundcraft GB is one of our most popular mixers ever. Very nice layout, very familiar, very powerful in terms of the aux routing and the subgroup routing. So basically we took that half of the mixer and do all that. And we have 5 auxes on the Signature 22 multi-track, and we have 100mm faders on the Signature 22, and we also have 4 mono or 2 stereo subgroups. So that's just the analog bits of it. There's also something very cool on the USB side of things. So we have our standard signatures, which are 2 in, 2 out USB, but our Signature multi-tracks have multi-channel USB audio interfaces. So we have the Signature 12, which is 14 in, 12 out, and we have the Signature 22, which is 24 in, 22 out. So the way this works is that all the input channels always send their inputs down USB, and that sends it post-gain. Then you can do whatever you want in your DAW. You can record, you can add plugins, do whatever, and then when you want, you can press the USB return switches, and these bring them back in on the channel. So that allows you to do things like use VST plugins live. You can do analog summing. So if you have your electronic music tracks or your band that you recorded, you want to just get that nice analog sound, you can bring it back in on the desk, make your mix, right? Put up your master bus, and it sends the master back into your DAW analog summed. So it's quite a one-size-fits-all. You can do a lot of cool stuff with the Signature multi-track. And then we also have some other cool stuff. We have high Z inputs. We have DBX limiters on the input channel. Sound really nice. They're about a 7:1 ratio. They're optimized to sound really great on drums and bass guitars and even vocals as well. And then we have genuine lexicon effects, so studio-grade reverbs, choruses, modulations, and delays. And there's 2 effects engines on the Signature 22 and 1 effects engine on the Signature 12. So very powerful console and very affordable, trying to bring Soundcraft to a new generation of musicians and engineers.